Road to 50 million to do what and be what? Well, let's talk about that. You notice right down here on the screen says yourultimatelife.ca. That's just the website, but your ultimate life is an invitation. It's an invitation to live a joyful, full, and happy life every day. Not just sometimes, not just when you took that ski vacation or when you something went well or you got the promotion at work or you won the lottery or whatever you think of as a bright, shiny, happy thing. It's an invitation to have your life beautiful and powerful every day. And I want to call today. We're talking about claim your life. Claim your life. And here's the interesting thing. Sorry about that little noise. Here's the interesting thing. You own your life, and that is even every part of it, even the hard parts and the old ugly parts and all the rest of it. It's all yours. I was reading in a book I received for my birthday in December, a month ago or so, a book by Dr. Edith Eger, who is an Auschwitz survivor and a clinical psychologist, and she wrote about choosing things and about liberation. And the book's called The Choice. And if you get a chance to read it, that's a good book. And she's one of the few people still alive from that time. And she's, I think, 90, born in 1927, so she's 95, be 96 this year. And apparently still active in helping people make this choice, claiming your life. Now, her story is extraordinary in terms of what she suffered in the concentration camps and afterwards with, communists and stuff in Hungary where she was. And the suffering isn't the important part. The suffering is the crucible that allowed her to make a powerful choice that shaped not only her life, but the lives of those that she helps. She's often called into situations. The military, U.S. military, uses her to help people with PTSD, even in large groups. I read a little section at the beginning of the book where she went to the aircraft carrier Nimitz to talk to several hundred people all at once to help them mentally deal with the horrors of war. Now, you and I hopefully won't have the opportunity to sit on a battlefield or to be in a concentration camp. Although it's not as far-fetched as you might think, because today, as of last June, we have guests in our home, Joy and I do, that are from the war in Ukraine. And that conflict, which was uninvited, unasked for, and a terrifying reality for millions of people there, where suddenly their homes and their livelihood and their land is destroyed, and some have had to flee, and we have the blessing of hosting some. But the traumas, the struggle that life inflicts on us, not by our choice, those are real. And they may be something external like war. They may be physical assaults or spiritual assaults or emotional assaults or bullying or depression or struggles or poverty or people betraying you, infidelity and betrayal and embezzlement and personal illness where you're ill in a powerful way or a terrible way for a long period of time. That stuff happens. And whether it's Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, which talked a lot about the psychology of the prisoners, or Dr. Eger, whose book talks a lot about the psychology of the survivors, the choice is yours. And this is what I want to issue you from the road to 50 million, is an invitation to choose. Now, today's Monday, and I had a beautiful opportunity Saturday, day before yesterday, to teach a class on how to create endless energy to do anything you want, energy physically, energy spiritually, energy emotionally and mentally, energy to create the life that you want. You can have all that energy because there's an infinite amount around us, right? And I did I think on Friday maybe, or maybe it was Saturday morning, I wrote 50 million about energy. But the fact that there is infinite energy and that the 0 point field provides infinite energy, or the fact that there's spiritual energy and we don't even understand the nature of some of that, the fact that that exists doesn't do anything for me or you unless we choose it. And this is the crux of creating ourselves. This is the core issue of having a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy. And that is the daily choices we make. In that book, Dr. Eger talks about heroism. And this is actually in the foreword written by someone else. But it talks about what does being heroic mean? And you know what I thought was wonderful? The definition there wasn't about acts of bravery to go save someone or rescue someone. It was about a stance. He called it, guess what? A way of being. A way of being where one regularly is in the mindset and activity of doing good for others, of saving, of blessing, of being of service, of making constantly the choice to claim life and help others do the same. Now, that is the key to joy on the road to 50 million, making a constant choice to help others live in love and in creativity. Well, we can't do that very well if we're not living in love and creativity. So, for example, if I get up and I'm frustrated or angry, or if I get up and someone irritates me, and that is what occupies my mind, even for a short period of time, then for that entire space and until I clean it out and replace it, that's who I am. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm in that capacity completely unable to be a light to others. One of the phrases I love that I have in my personal truth statement is, I am love and pour over your soul like warm sunshine. Well, I love that phrase for the imagery that it evokes, and also because it reminds me constantly to be in that state of love, to pour over your soul like warm sunshine. So if I'm mad at someone, if Joy and I, we don't, but if we did have an argument or something, then I wouldn't be able to pour over anybody's anything with anything because it's not in me. And so the choice that you have every single day, and this is your invitation today, is just examine where you are. Are you full of sunshine right now? And if you're not, why not? Because you can be. There is infinite energy, spiritual energy. There is always something positive to do. So even if yesterday or this morning went poorly, that has nothing to do with what you feel and do in this moment. I'll give you an example, and I use personal examples. Well, I used all those examples from the book, but this is a personal example. I noticed on my computer, my other computer, another one that's over there, where I've been recording songs that I periodically put up. The last time I had recorded one was December 20th. And I've done two more in the last few days, but there was almost a month break there. And right after December 20th, on the 21st, 4 days before Christmas, I didn't record a song. I'd done one 17, 18, 19, 20, and I was going to do it every day. And then on December 21st, I got something in my throat. I had a sore throat, and I was not in what I didn't feel was good shape to sing, so I didn't. Now that affliction, if you will, that illness has persisted for a month. Up and down, in my sinuses and then back in my head, and stiff neck and shoulders and on and on and on, right? Back and forth in my respiratory tract and everywhere else. I've tested myself for COVID and done all that stuff. And it was negative, but it didn't do anything about the fact that I had essentially a cold or a light version of the flu or both or one and then the other. Who knows, right? And so that affliction has lasted for a month, up to and including now. For the last 3 nights, I've had to go to bed at between 8 and 9 o'clock at night. And last night, I even went to bed at 7, I think, because I was cold, started getting cold and everything else. My point isn't about my ailments, poor Kellan. My point is just this. Even with that, I chose yesterday to go play the organ at church, stayed away from everyone because that's my responsibility, and I wanted to make sure I did it. On Saturday, I was able to teach a class on endless energy, which I had to create for that class. And I've stayed true to you in doing these videos every single day. And none of that is about yay, Kellan. It's about an illustration from my own experience about how to make that choice every day. So whether you're not making the money you want, or your body doesn't feel like you want, or things aren't going like you want, or people in your life aren't doing what you need them to do or think you do, you still have a choice. Now, it's easy to understand in the superficial examples I've given you, and some of those can be deeper than superficial, but it's also true with long and deep wounds. I have some of those from my childhood. I have children that are my kids who feel like they have some. And here's the good and the sad part. I will hold on to those old wounds as long as I choose. So will my kids. So will you. Your opportunity is to claim your life. Take it away, eliminate the power of those old things, because my goal, my road to 50 million is to help you discover and serve with your divine gifts. My ability and yours to serve with our gifts, which includes just doing things, but it also includes making money in business if you want to, is directly proportional to our ability to unload and eliminate the stuff from our past, including deep and heavy sadness, trauma, and pain. As long as we let that old stuff weigh us down, weigh you down or me, we can't serve well. We can't be all in and all there. We just can't, because we're carrying those rocks. So the whole book that I'm reading this morning is The Choice, is about that choice. Maybe you need help. Maybe you need a shrink. Maybe you need a coach. Maybe you need a priest. I don't know. But what you need is to take action and eliminate those things if you want to live and serve with your divine gifts, if you want to have that life of prosperity, purpose, and joy. It's your birthright. It's available. It's on the shelf waiting for you to have it right here, right now. I invite you with all the love I have and urge you with all the passion in my heart to make the choice to eliminate baggage, eliminate negative stories, eliminate reasons why you can't, and grab your own greatness and serve with your gifts. Create a business, create a light around you so bright everyone sees it. And that will help you create your ultimate life. If I can help you, please reach out, because this is my commitment to help 50 million people this year to achieve a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy. Well, we're done today. I'll see you tomorrow on the road to 50 million.